Just make sure he can protect himself, really, and operate at a level that we need him to operate. But more than anything, that he can handle taking a hit and protect himself.
Is he still in a lot of pain?
I haven't spoken with him today. Yesterday he was sore, but I haven't spoken with him today. So we'll see this afternoon what he can do out there as far as practice goes.
How do you feel about putting together a game plan with what you said last week about Patrick needing a specific kind of package as opposed to what's normally run today?
He gets a ton of reps during the week, so we'll make sure we script it appropriately. But he gets plenty of reps where we can get him things that we know he's comfortable with and get him repped.
So I think go 50-50 this week, or
we'll see. We'll see how Davis is feeling. We'll change it from there.
It was a situation where Davis could have slid.
Possibly. It was, it was third and I think 15, and so he knew that, and he was trying to get the first and just came down awkwardly. So that's just him trying to be a competitor.
Coach, Webb went into the bye week working on his footwork, seemed a little bit better here in this last game. Anything that's going to stick out this week that he needs to work on, maybe consistency or something like that?
Just continue to take care of the football. That's 2 weeks in a row. We've given a very good football team the ball inside our own 15, and they've scored on all 4 of those, chances. So that's the biggest deal is we're not protecting the ball, and against quality opponents, you got to do that to win.
Your frustration with the penalties can't be diminishing. Any new ideas over the weekend that you come up with?
No, we'll just keep addressing them and keep trying to get better. A lot of it's technique, fundamentals. I think they're playing hard, but not always smart, and so we gotta keep coaching, and then that's on us as a staff to get that straightened out.
You see players like Bradley Marquez take the blame for stuff like that. Is it a lot of the players that's going on right now as far as penalties?
No, I think, like I said, I think it's fundamentals, techniques, things that we got to be tougher coaching-wise, I'd say. And then when they're out there, they got to execute it, or we got to find guys that can. But 16 is to do that against anybody. You're not going to win the game to have 16 penalties. So that's something we'll have to improve on dramatically this week against a team that is known for not making mistakes.
Did you see a difference in the defense under Mike Smith last week?
I thought they played hard, great energy. I thought we were in position to make a lot of plays, and to Oklahoma State's credit, they made a lot of those plays when the ball was in the air. But I thought they came out with great energy as a defense, and as a team, I thought we did. And then it gave us a lot of chances in that first half to get some separation. But I was proud of their effort, proud of their preparation, and we'll just keep getting better from there.
What do you see as the biggest concern going up to Kansas State?
Our number of mistakes versus their lack of mistakes, I'd say. He does such a good job fundamentally in techniques. They don't make many errors, and they count on you to make those mistakes, and so far we have. So we're going to really have to clean it up to compete against a team like that.
Any particular players that cause you the biggest concern down in Kansas State?
Yeah, I think Mueller is a guy from last year that had a good game against us, the DN. Number 7 is a new cornerback who really flashes on tape. And then, as a defense, as a whole, they play together very well. You saw that against a great offense in Auburn. They don't give you anything; you have to earn it all. And offensively, I think the quarterback's playing at a much higher level, and then Lockett is one of the best players in the country. So a lot of things to worry about, and I think first and foremost we have to worry about ourselves and clean everything up.
Are you done rotating your guards? You want to settle on Morales and Bull?
No, we are not. Just one of those deals. We're going to make them earn it each and every week, and they got to continue to get better if they want that to be a solid position. He's okay today. So last week we were still getting through it, but he's 100% today.
He was late.
He was. Yes, sir.
Coach, what is it like coaching against Snyder? I mean, he's a legend in the game, and then you mentioned that you just think about yourselves, but does that play a factor at all, coaching against a great coach like that?
I don't think so. Just obviously I have a ton of respect for him. What he's done there is one of the greatest jobs in college football. Twice he's come back and resurrected that place, and so have a tremendous amount of respect. Have a man he is, the way he runs his program, and just things you try to emulate. But when you're out there and you're preparing like you do any other week.
With Dylan moving over to X last week, just what would you kind of think about the production of your outside receivers in general and him specifically too?
He's done a good job, Dylan has. Anytime we get the ball close, he seems to come down with it. And he's still young and still working. A lot of those guys are young. But I think that they played hard. Once again, just lots of drops, lots of mental mistakes, and we just got to keep getting better as a group. But effort was improved.
Nigel got a little bit of playing time on Thursday night. What did you think of his playing time in limited action?
He didn't play much. He didn't play a lot. I think we got to see what he can do in practice more. And if he deserves a chance to be out there, we'll get him out there. And if not, we'll just continue to get him better.
Will you know after today whether Testaverde will be getting a substantial number of reps this week?
I should. We'll see how Davis responds at practice, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Can you talk a little bit about what he brings, Testaverde?
He's a really good thrower of the football, I'd say. He's young, still learning the system, but he spins it really well. And so that's something obviously in our offense that you need and we can work with.
You mentioned Rob, you were home field defense. I believe he had 3 sacks for last year. Second in the play, when you're determining how aware are you going to be doing pass protection? Are you doing anything different than they did last year?
That's kind of a game plan question, so we'll keep that to ourselves. But he's a tremendous talent.
Do you see some improvement from the run defense, especially coming out of that game on Thursday?
Like I said, I thought they played hard. Oklahoma State didn't try and run it as much as other teams have. They were throwing it with high success, and so they took it to the air. But I thought they were sound and they played hard.
Coach, you mentioned growing up as a team. You think going against Kansas State is going to give you another opportunity to do that this week?
We'll see. I think it's a great test for where we're at with all the mistakes we've had and playing against a team that doesn't make any mistakes. So we'll have to grow up quick and try to match their intensity and their execution.
Coach, your running backs have been pretty strong this year. Can you talk about what it's like having a strong running core when you have a guy like Mahomes coming in and making his first start this weekend?
We'll need all of them if he has to play significant time. I think that all 3 have done a good job having their own roles and taking responsibility for every time they go and protecting the football and blocking schemes and things of that nature. So they've been great, and we'll have to lean on them if a young quarterback has to play.
Is he more a dual threat than Davis?
Yes.
Is he more in the mold of a Johnny Manziel?
Not to that extent. He's a little bit bigger, probably not as fast, but moves around well, keeps his eyes down the field, and really good at extending plays.
Would you consider that his biggest strength, extending plays and making plays that way?
I think so. I think he just has that knack. Anytime we put him in, it's not always pretty, but finds a way to move the ball down and put it in the end zone, and that's what you want at the end of the day, that position.